What's going on, guys? Welcome to yet another episode when Tales with me, Gandhi. And in today's episode, we got back Rohit again. So we're going to talk about YouTube, much more about YouTube, about life of a YouTuber, much more in detail, and we'll just talk about something related to YouTube and something how YouTube is going into the next decade, how important it's going to be as a industry after in terms of entertainment. So we shot one more video with Rohit. It's the first episode of this podcast. The link is in the description. Make sure you guys check it out. So before we start into today's podcast, I have one question for you, Rohit, which I forgot to ask you. Where did you get this name called FrostTube? Because a lot of YouTubers prefer to keep the name. What's FrostTube according to you? Why did you name it FrostTube?
Okay. FrostTube. Okay. Initially, when I named my channel FrostTube, it didn't have any meaning to it. I'll tell you the story behind FrostTube, the name FrostTube. So if you remember the first episode, I was telling you how I got inspired to start a YouTube channel. Like my friends told me that, okay, as you are interested in all the three, that's direction, acting, script writing and everything, and also you like editing, why don't you try YouTube? That's how I got into YouTube. So one of those friends were Aditya. So this guy, I was just asking, like he was my main inspiration. He and Krubasagar and Sanjay. There's so many people. So I asked him, what do I name my channel? Like I'm starting on my channel. Do I name my channel Rohit R or Rohit? Because it sounded weird, like just Rohit. Like going and asking someone to subscribe to Rohit is kind of weird, right? That's my name. So because of that, I wanted something different. And I asked him, what do I name my channel? And then he was like, I'll anyway suggest you some random names that I'll get from some random sites. You choose one of it. And then he randomly, searched for many names. And then he got 3 or 4 names in which I liked FrostTube and then chose FrostTube. So FrostTube originally did not have any meaning to it. But I think last year or something I was thinking about it. See, frost is basically something related to ice, crystals and frosting and stuff like that, right? It signifies something cool, right?
Yeah,
so what if my name signifies cool tube?
Oh.
So I thought, fine, let's make it cool tube then. So yeah, frost tube is cool tube. If someone asks you what's frost tube, tell them it's cool tube. It's a very cool tube. Go subscribe to a cool tube.
So a very cool person is FrostTube basically. So subscribe to the channel, and it's really, the content is really good, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. So the next question for you is where do you see FrostTube in the next 5 years, 10 years? And before going there, what's the step for FrostTube in 2022? What's the next step for?
Okay. So I've been thinking to do something new on FrostTube for a long time. But yeah, I'll be implementing something new this coming 2022. I'll not be telling it out now because even I am not sure if I'm going to do it or not. So probably I'll decide, and it's basically restructuring FrostTube. If I'm able to restructure and if it goes well, I guess 2022 will also get a lot of content from FrostTube. And okay, I can't say stuff. So, yeah, so it will come. There will be something new coming out on FrostTube. But yeah, for 2022, the basic plan for 2022 is just restructuring FrostTube to get more structure to Frost. In the last 1 year, I've uploaded more videos compared to 2019, but I haven't uploaded the number of videos I actually wanted to upload because obviously we were super busy with our semester works because we had projects and so many different things from club works and everything, and we used to sleep at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock and stuff because we had that much work. We were put into so much pressure and stress. So because of that, I couldn't shoot a lot of videos and we couldn't upload videos on YouTube. So that basic restructuring of how to upload more consistently and everything will be taken care in 2022. But if I'm talking about 5 or 10 years, I have plans that, yeah, obviously I would like to attract some more subscribers, nearly around 20-30k subscribers would be good, and also get some more views, get a bit more famous on YouTube. But main goal, the thing is, see, you can't say what's going to happen on YouTube the next 2 or 3 years. YouTube is trending right now because something called Shorts also came in, and obviously if that's one of the platforms that you can watch vlogs, but who knows, maybe 1 or 2 years another platform can come into picture and that can become famous. Something like how Netflix and Prime became super famous in the last 2 years. In that same way, some other YouTube 2.0 or some with some other name, some other company can start a platform. So we can't say anything about YouTube, but one thing is certain: that I will be creating videos for the next 10 years. That's 100% sure. Because it's my lifestyle now. It's not some work that I do. It's either my college work or or YouTube right now. The future is going to be either my job or YouTube. So YouTube will always be there. That's
Okay.
sure.
I mean, basically, you want to have YouTube because you want to put in your memories throughout your life, whatever.
Exactly.
It's actually a good thing. So, speaking of content, whatever content do you actually prepare? What do you think I should put on a particular day or a particular? What do you think will help me get those views, those magical numbers that you aim for? Like, how do you select a content base?
Okay. If I'm talking about me, then obviously I look towards entertainment, because I want to keep my channel entertainment specific, so that people can come, get entertained, and leave. But probably in the future, I'll try concentrating on one or the other topic. That's something like vlogs or skits, or one particular topic on one channel, so that I can attract as many audiences from in that particular topic as much as I can, so that so that the population increases for that particular topic. But if I'm talking about you people who are watching, then identify your niche. You have to identify what you are good at. If you can identify what you are good at and what you want to do, then take that particular field, start working towards it.
True. I mean, like, basically take what you're doing and just work on that. Like, whatever content you put, just improve on the content. So, like, where do you how do you plan for your content? Is it basically you see any recommended YouTube videos, or you probably have some picture in your mind and try to execute that, or is this like you get a mixture of ideas or suggestions from people around you? How does the entire content making process work? Getting the correct.
How does getting the idea for making another video work?
I mean, like
in
your
that way?
video, how does the content, like, for example, you want to create this, you want to post out a video, say this week or next week. So what goes first? What do you think? What kind of content you should put in terms of that? Where do you look for references? Where do you get for suggestions also? Where do you look at that?
Yeah, now that's one of the hardest part about YouTube, at least for me. The thing is, to find what to do next, or to find what video to go for next, it'll require a lot of brainstorming. So I do my brainstorming probably when I'm sleeping, or when I'm just randomly walking or using my phone, continuously thinking on what to do next. So when you're thinking on what to do next, you can't just think about what you are comfortable shooting next. You got to think what kind of video you should shoot or put it out on YouTube, so that people will come and watch. You need people to watch after you put a video on YouTube.
True.
So because of that, you can watch YouTube videos, but when you watch YouTube videos, see, I watch Mark Wiens, who's a travel food blogger and food vlogger, who goes around the world and then goes around and gives reviews for different restaurants and stuff. It's amazing. His videos are amazing. I love his videos, but I cannot get anything from his videos to implement in my videos, because he travels around the world. So he goes around the world. Okay, probably I can do a food review, but then I can do it in Karnataka. I can't do it outside Karnataka as of now, because I'm studying. So you can take inspiration from YouTube videos as well, but try to come up with something new. I always ask people to not go and watch some YouTube videos and take inspiration, because it'll be like a copy of what's already there on YouTube.
Okay.
Try to do something on your own. That'll be perfect. That'll be more suitable for YouTube and for you. So that's what I feel.
Yeah, so talking about getting views, getting those magical numbers, like, do you think in recent years, as YouTubers, we growing as big as industry is, do you think quantifying of numbers, basically saying a particular video gets like 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, or like 1 billion views, it's considered as a hit video? As a video, it's actually good in terms of the way it's presented. It gets a very less views, say 10,000 or 1 lakh views. It's not a hit or blockbuster view. Do you think people saying quantifying those YouTube videos is actually the right way? Is basically it doesn't actually provide justice to the content creators out there on YouTube. What's your take on this?
I would say numbers. See, the thing is, popularity of YouTube 100% increased over the years. Okay, I mean, initially people didn't know much about YouTube, or people knew about YouTube. They knew that they could go watch something on YouTube, but they didn't know YouTube, creating content on YouTube was that easy. Just because when there was Vine was like a 6-second video thing, that where you shoot a 6-second video and then you upload a video. So that's what they thought about Vine. They didn't know what was YouTube. YouTube, they thought they had to sign up, they had to pay for a membership, and then they have to start putting videos on YouTube. But as Vine shut and people started flowing to YouTube, they understood YouTube is really easy. It's just making content and then attracting your audience.
Right.
So from there, the audience, the people who watch your videos and people who create videos, everything increased. as it increased, numbers like 1,000 or 10,000 views. Initially, monetization had just 10,000 views. I mean, the rule was just 10,000 views. You have 10,000 views in the channel, you can get monetized. But because 10,000 was a good number, to get 10,000, you have to work. Only then you can get 10,000, because there were not much people watching YouTube.
Correct.
But then YouTube realized that there were a lot of people watching YouTube and they have to increase the number. So they made it 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So 4,000 hours of watch time kind of means that you need to be a YouTube employee to basically earn from YouTube.
Correct.
You need to continuously put out videos, because last 1 year, that's 12 months, you need to get 4,000 hours of watch time. So it's hard. I mean, it's not that easy to get 4,000 hours of watch time, but then you can cross it. So right now, as these number of people who are watching your videos also increase, maybe the number that's probably from 10,000 might not be a big number. It might have gone to 50,000 or 60,000. But still, having 10,000 subscribers or 50,000 subscribers will definitely mean that close to 10,000 or 5,000 or 4,000 people are watching your videos. So in terms of one YouTuber, I would say that him getting 20,000 or 30,000 subscribers is amazing. Even though it's a very small number compared to huge numbers on YouTube, even though it's a very small number, it's a good number, because there are that many people watching your videos, and people don't just simply go and subscribe to anyone. Correct. They like the video, only then they subscribe. So don't get demotivated, because the scope of numbers are, like, people are crossing 100 million subscribers and you are nowhere. You're like in 200, 300 subscribers. That does not mean anything. Concentrate on your channel and work towards your channel. That's the only thing I would like to say. Even though the popularity of these numbers are increasing, don't look into those numbers. Just concentrate on your channel.
I mean, just keep working on the content rather than looking at those numbers, because numbers actually come.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's what.
Basically, you started out YouTube like 5 years or 6 years back. So that time, as you mentioned, YouTube was not that popular platform of entertainment. It was basically like only a few people actually went on YouTube, search for videos or watch any videos or such. But now now everything is on YouTube. You open it for the first thing, is going to see mostly it's going to be YouTube. So how do you think this changes? Is it a positive change in terms of entertainment wise? What does YouTube, where does YouTube stand in terms of the number one entertainment industry in the world? And where do you think it's going to hold this position for a very long time with the growth of competition from other industries, other industries in the same platform as well?
2016, when I started out my YouTube channel, so that at that point, 2016, I didn't know much about YouTube. So probably because of that, I felt YouTube wasn't that popular. People who started watching from 2014 or 13 and had a sense about YouTube, maybe YouTube was famous at that point, but it's definitely more famous now since TikTok and Vine shut. TikTok in India and Vine throughout the world. When those shut, all the content creators started flowing to YouTube and they started creating videos on YouTube. Right. The vloggers became more famous. Like initially, I think it was mainly just YouTubers, and there were many vloggers, but vlogging became extremely famous after Vine shut. After all these Vine stars started coming to YouTube and started putting out daily vlogs. Every single day they started putting out vlogs and then entertaining people. And when every single day you're getting a content on YouTube, you're more engaged on YouTube. And that's in that way YouTube also became more popular. So that's how YouTube's popularity also increased. So if you're coming on to 2016, that time it wasn't really popular. And then slowly 2017, 2018, 2019, and then probably towards like 2020, when COVID and all those restrictions came up, then people were more engaged on YouTube. But if I'm talking about YouTube being the number one entertainment field, probably yes, because right now there's no other video streaming app. There is Netflix, Prime, and all those apps, but except for the ones that put out vlogs or skits or just common videos. That's
different arenas of topics.
What is that?
YouTube offers different arena of topics, like everything.
Yeah, arena of topics.
And plus, everybody can contribute to, not only a particular industry or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, Netflix and Prime, if you're going for movies or TV series, those are amazing apps, and those might stand in the top 2 or 3 apps. But then if you look at social networking site like Instagram or Twitter or what else, Snapchat and all those sites, I guess YouTube might have an edge over those apps if you're talking about videos, because YouTube, I think YouTube is the only app that provides people these 30, 40 minutes or 50 minutes
Yeah.
vlogs and different variety of contents. Right now, at least that's the most popular app. So
Alright.
it's kind of number one in video streaming apps, video streaming platforms.
Yeah, like you mentioned, other competitors like Netflix, Prime, and other Instagram Reels and other things. So like right now, Instagram start these Reels concept, and similar Netflix has this thing called Fast Loves and stuff. So they're trying to engage
Yeah.
with the audience, make them mainly concentrating. They want more customers at the same time, and they spend videos, which is they can spend videos on a wide arena of topics because with the small 10, 20 minutes, 30-second videos, they can look at wide arena of topics. So do you think YouTube is not playing the game right in terms of that because they started the shorts, but do you think Instagram Reels are more popular than shorts? And maybe that's maybe the reason why Instagram has a better chance of competing with YouTube for the next 10 years coming up. So what's your take on that?
So see, the thing is, when you if you observed, when TikTok got banned in India, as soon as TikTok got banned in India, YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels came up. Because they knew that these 15 seconds videos that you put out on TikTok is no more in India, and they took advantage of it and they started Shorts and Reels.
Yes.
Now the problem is on YouTube, people come to spend some time and watch something. So if there is a video for 10 minutes, they might sit for like 5 to 6 minutes and watch the entire video.
Alright.
But Instagram is fast moving. What do? They look at story, they just watch a story, they swipe, and then they watch story, they swipe. Or else if they look at a post, they watch even if they're putting out a video, it might be like 1 or 2 minutes video at max. So a platform where you can move fast is where something like Reel that you can move fast will function more properly or will be more popular. That's why Instagram Reels are kind of more popular than YouTube Shorts. Because YouTube Shorts, people won't go to YouTube, watch 10 seconds video and then leave. What they want is vlogs. They want 20 minutes, that entire experience. Or if you're going to give me like 10 minutes, 10 seconds vlog, it's not an experience at all. It's kind of like a TikTok video. And for TikTok, obviously, again, Instagram will be more famous because I can quickly watch everything and then go ahead. So if you want to spend some time, that's YouTube. But if you want to go and finish stuff quickly, it's Instagram. Because of that, I guess Instagram's Reels are more famous than YouTube Shorts.
Like what do you?
YouTube has to do something.
What do you think from your as a being a content creator in YouTube? What do you think in YouTube can do much better in terms of like being the superior for a very long time, like for next 10 years or 20 years? They are way clear off the top. They're like in terms of entertainment industry. What do you think YouTube can do better? So what's your take on
what I feel is right now YouTube is functioning brilliantly because it's supporting a lot of creators, it's supporting a lot of audience, it's giving audience an experience without asking them to pay. And this must continue for a very long time because like Netflix or Prime, if they ask for subscription, I guess, if they ask for, if someone's going to come and subscribe to my channel and they ask probably like 20 to 30 bucks, then it's gone. YouTube's value will come down. So that should not happen. It should be free of cost. And I feel YouTube should start supporting the content creators a bit more. So what I mean is basically right now you can see as lockdown and the corona season started, there were a lot of people who got into YouTube because they were just free. They just wanted to make some random video. They made some random video. They make some random videos at home and then they put it out on YouTube and they become famous. They start getting paid for all those very random videos that they don't put a thought into. Like every single day, I just shoot what I do at home and then I put it out. It doesn't take any effort, right? So the quality of videos started coming down, but people just randomly keep watching it because they're on YouTube. They don't have anything to do. They keep watching it. So that must not happen. YouTube should start supporting people who are putting more effort on YouTube. If they can do that, people who are putting effort on YouTube will still stay on YouTube. So that is from content creator side. But if you're talking from audience side, I feel everything is going well on YouTube, and if they continue in this manner, I think it will stay for a very long time unless some other application comes up with some other brilliant idea to attract audience and keep them intact.
So like, what's the difference between a content creator on YouTube as well as a content creator on Instagram or any other platform? Because YouTube has been there a very long time, since a very, very long time. Yeah. And Instagram recently came in the very recent past, probably 2014 is when they came in, but they gained popularity in this in 17 or 18 period, right? So what do you think Instagram has done better, and what do you think YouTube should be like? What should YouTube do in order to bring in a strong competition to Instagram Reels? And what's your take on these content creators of YouTube and Instagram or any other platform?
So what I feel is, see, the content creators on YouTube, uh, kind of obviously put a lot more effort than content creators on Instagram. I mean, content creators on Instagram are usually right now are usually people who put out reels.
Right.
So, see, I would say that 100% reels require a lot of thinking and a lot of planning and shooting and stuff. But obviously, a 15 seconds video would be easier to shoot than a 10 to 15 minutes video on YouTube. So definitely, effort is put into YouTube. Effort is put into YouTube to create YouTube videos. So content creators on YouTube will require to spend more time to create videos and to put out videos. So if you're putting out reels, I think you can put out 2 reels a day because it's just 15 seconds video. So 2 concepts a day. If you can think of 2 concepts a day, you can easily shoot 2 videos and then probably put out 2 videos a day. But on YouTube, if you're putting out every single day a video every single day, to maintain the quality for every single day would be extremely hard because you have to edit your video. You have to, if you are a small YouTuber, because you have to edit your video, you'll have to think about the content, you'll have to speak, you have to create a long video, and then you have to put it out on YouTube, and that video should get a good amount of watch time as well.
Yeah.
So the competition in YouTube is extremely high. It's very hard to become famous on YouTube than to become famous on Instagram.
True.
And YouTube's algorithm is way more sophisticated because obviously it's been there for a very long time. Right. Instagram Reels just recently came up, so it's kind of easier to become famous on Instagram. But if you're talking about YouTube giving a tough competition to Instagram, it's already giving an extremely tough competition to Instagram. I feel Instagram needs to improve more to come to YouTube's level. Because YouTube is kind of that famous. Because if you look at content creators on YouTube, they become famous and then they start creating reels on Instagram. Or some people, like, see, what happens usually is people who become famous on Instagram Reels or Vine or TikTok come to YouTube and start creating videos, and they gain popularity on YouTube. True. So it's basically first step is Instagram, TikTok, and then they come to YouTube and then continuously create videos on YouTube. Because YouTube is harder than Instagram or TikTok.
Okay.
It takes more effort, basically.
All right. So I remember in the previous, as you said, you talked about in India, YouTube creators not given that much of recognition as such. But in recent trends, basically there have been a lot of recognition, a lot of awards have been specifically given to the content creators. What's your take on that? Like, what do you think? It's one of the big moves in recognizing YouTube about content creators across different platforms. And do you think this actually? And do you think this opens a gateway for them to get into those entertainment industries, like the cinema industry or any other industry of that liking, into the mass media? I mean, what's your take on that?
Mm-hmm. See, YouTube is gaining popularity. Like I told, YouTube is gaining popularity a lot. And in the last 2 or 3 years, these awards, that's YouTube awards, every single year they have these YouTube awards. So YouTube awards are basically promoting content creators to start creating content on YouTube. Like when you watch some guy who had like 1,000 subscribers one day, and after like 1 year of hard work, he gets nearly around 1 million, and he comes to an award show. You know that he was someone like you. And then he grew to become someone like a person who went and got an award on YouTube show. So you will get inspired and you'll start creating content on YouTube. So that's an amazing move. And these awards and everything will promote YouTube and give a lot more value to YouTube. Initially, YouTube was just for entertainment and just a side business. Right. But YouTube can become mainframe with such awards and stuff. Right. And people and there are people who are Indian YouTubers. There are some Indian YouTubers who have gone from YouTube to directly cinemas. Like if you look at Filter Copy and other skit related channels, these channels, people start acting there and then they get famous, and once they get recognized, they get chances in Hollywood or Bollywood or Hollywood, depending on where you are. So yeah, obviously YouTube.
And also just to mention, Netflix and Amazon Prime uses these content creators like Tanmay Bhatt and others to promote their next. So that's one one way good. So basically you can look up for any young YouTuber look up. So it's kind
of amazing to see there are some YouTubers who are as famous as Bollywood stars. Yeah. So they don't even have to go to Bollywood. They're already that famous. Yeah. So they independently. So because of that, they get Bollywood stars in their videos. Oh yeah. They try getting Bollywood stars to their videos instead of going to Bollywood, because they're like, imagine a channel, someone like BBQ Wines. BBQ Wines nearly has around 15 to 20 million subscribers, or more than 20 million. I'm not sure. With so many subscribers, one single person having that much fan following is kind of hard to get right in India or wherever it is. So obviously you come to that celebrity level of a Bollywood star or a Hollywood star, then you don't have to get in your industry. You're already that famous. So that's one thing.
That's true.
You get paid. You get a lot more paid in these industries because I mean, advertisements and
Yeah,
ads and I mean, and
I mean, a
sponsorships
lot
and
of
stuff.
works to mass media, so it's one way. In financial wise, also it works a lot. So
yeah. So only I feel that's the only reason people shift, or else it's fine.
So with this, we come to the end of this episode, and last but not least, we asked Rohit to sign this episode in his own style.
Oh, okay. My style. You want a frost tube style of ending that episode, huh? Okay. So so see you guys. We'll see you people in the next episode of Tales. Until then, peace.
Thank you so much, Rohit. It's a pleasure talking to you.